Welcome, everyone, to Chapter 11 of the Nine Trials. When we last left off, the clearing was attacked by a murder of crows, who appeared to be trying to steal the sausage, and almost ended up taking away poor Jacques. My name is Anne, and I will be your storyteller.
I'm Dustin, and I'll be playing Jitters.
My name is Frances, and I'm Princess Snowball.
My name is Kay, and I'll be playing Kirsch.
A series of coyote howls fills the night air from the direction of Barbara's lair. The gutter rats who are being questioned have fainted at the sound. Jitters, you are holding a fainted gutter rat.
Can I do a little smack, 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 smack?
Sure, you can give him a little paw across the face.
Smack, smack.
Oh, and he realizes where he is. Ah! He lets out a little rat shriek. His little rat shriek wakes up the other two who go, ah!
Well, I don't know how much more talkative these three are going to be. Maybe we should lock them up somehow. Maybe we can. Hey, Lord Sassafras, is there any place that we can put these three so they won't be a nuisance?
We could guard them here in the clearing. We could ask for help from our squirrel friends. We could hire some ravens to watch them. And he continues to think.
Well, how about we just take everything out from underneath the log and throw them in there?
Out from underneath the log? Oh, I don't think that is necessary, my friend.
Why? What's under there?
Well, everything is under there. There's a reason why it's under the log, to be protected.
Like what?
For example, the tuna.
And?
The trophies from the Pet Door trial.
What else?
My dear, if it was for everyone, it would be out here for everyone to see.
Well, we have to wait. We have to wait for Dirt Cat to get back. I just want to keep these guys someplace safe until we have time to worry about dealing with them.
The rat that you're holding, the one that seems to be the brains, says and holds up a little finger as if he has a suggestion.
Oh, you have something to say now, huh? And I'm actually going to lift him up by the tail and bring him nose to nose with me.
As his body slowly spins in front of you from his tail, every time his little face comes around past you, he says, I have a suggestion.
Oh, really? And what might your suggestion be? And I'm going to actually, while he's there, I'm going to just give him a little bit of a tap so he spins just a little bit faster.
He's spinning a little bit faster now, so his sentences are a little bit more uninterrupted. I'm feeling a lot calmer now. Perhaps we could be of use. We're very useful. And the other two rats from where they're being held, Snowball has one and Kirsch has the other. So yes, we're very useful. Of course we're very useful. And the one that seems to be the brawn, the little less savvy one, we'll say, says, yes, Queen Victoria finds this very useful.
And how will you be useful to us?
Maybe, now that I have, he's still spinning, a clear head, I could maybe answer better.
This is what I would like to hear, People, those who are being a little bit more cooperative for their situation.
Oh, yes, we are very cooperative if given the opportunity. He's still spinning a little bit.
As soon as
he's getting a little dizzy. though.
As soon as he kind of starts to slow down, I'll spin him in the opposite direction,
Oh gosh. He starts to spin quickly. He's all
and then I'll stop him.
oof. His eyes ding 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 ding, almost cartoon like.
And I'm gonna take him and turn him right side up.
Oh, he lets out a breath of gratefulness and a little bit of exhaustion.
So what are you
So
gonna do for us?
We're very good at errands. Also, again, now that I'm not so surprised, maybe I can think more clearly. He's definitely reassessing his situation.
ah, good to know. So I believe we had some questions that we had asked you before when you were, how can I say, a little hysterical. So I wanted to know, what was Queen Victoria's dealings with the coyotes?
Do you mean see, I guess yeah, that's where I got confused. He's definitely, buying himself a little bit of time. He's just trying to work out what he's going to say. Did you mean the coyotes, like the new coyote, or did you mean the coyotes like we just heard them, the coyotes?
I want to get like
Oh,
closer up and go both, but like get like really like awkwardly close. Like I could reach out and bite him.
Is this the rat that you're holding on to, or the rat that Jitters is holding on to?
Well, I have the one still I'm holding on to, but I kind of lean in towards the one that Jitters is holding on to.
Oh, both, of course. I mean, of course, you would mean both. And when you said both, the wind coming out of your mouth actually blew his whiskers back ever so slightly. He gets your meaning. Um, well, the new coyote, she doesn't really have any specific uh, uh, dealings with the new coyote, other than, sort of a mutual understanding. The Barbara, you know Barbara, right?
she
Yeah.
deals with Barbara, and I'm going to
No,
pull him a little bit.
no, 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 no. He starts to panic. No, no. She doesn't have any deals with Barbara. Barbara, he kind of leans into you a little conspiratorially, as if he's trying to bond with you on some level. You know, it uh she wouldn't, deal with Barbara. Frankly, Barbara will have nothing to do with her.
I am going. Okay, so this is what I'm going to tell you that I'm going to try to do,
Okay.
and um, I am now a little nervous. I am now a little like, oh crap, we might have just been double crossed. Um, I'm going to take the rat and like pin him to the ground a little aggressively,
Okay.
but still kind of under control.
Mhm.
And what does she have to do with Barbara?
I told you, she doesn't have anything to do with Barbara. That's what I'm saying, right? Like, like Barbara won't have anything to do with her.
I definitely want to see. I want to see if he's telling the truth.
Okay,
I'm
roll your
right.
instinct.
Can I as
Oh,
well?
good.
Yes. Anyone who would like to roll their instinct, you can. By
Haha.
the way, when Jitters pinned his rat to the ground, the other two let out a little bit of a shriek.
Hmm.
I have an instinct of 60 and I rolled a 60.
Okay.
I have an instinct of 70 and I rolled a 24.
He's telling the truth.
I
Okay,
think
so
as
he's
this
telling the
is
truth.
going on, Kirsha's just like really confused. She's never seen anything like this, and it's so a lot of it is just really overwhelming to her.
Um, Actually, Kirsch, roll your instinct again.
Okay. I have a 27 out of 42 instinct.
You've never seen Jitters this way before.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little disconcerting.
Yeah, I was gonna say that earlier too. That this is very confusing for Kirsch, not just because double crossing is not even on her mind at all ever. The idea of anybody not telling the truth is just impossible to her. Like, why would that even happen? But on top of that, like Jitters is acting completely different than he normally does.
And
Um,
Snowball, I'm going to guess that you have
you-
seen in general this kind of Princess Snowball. You've almost earned your way back. Um, how do you feel about Jitter's behavior?
um, I'm a little taken aback, but I'm kind of like, yeah, yeah. We should be upset, mostly because I don't know. I trust, like, Princess Snowball trusts his gut, and she's not Queen Victoria's biggest fan, but she's a little like taken aback by genders, but she's down with it.
Okay. Um, Jitters, you were going to ask the rat a question.
Oh, I asked him about princess's Queen Victoria's dealings with Barbara.
Oh yeah, he's
Um,
absolutely telling the truth. Barbara won't give. You're getting the impression that Barbara won't give Queen Victoria the time of day.
So then,
okay.
where exactly do Queen Victoria's loyalties lie? Besides herself, of course.
Well, with herself, of course.
Besides herself, of course.
She has no loyalties, only those who either have an agreement with her or those that work for her. And he looks nervously at the other rats, or those who might be for hire. And he looks up at the sky where the ravens had been.
Ah, all right. So then, how about this? And I'm gonna pick him up again
Mm-hmm.
and turn him right side up a little closer to my face.
Mm-hmm.
Then what? Why don't you tell me how friendly she is with the raccoon mafia?
um I think friendly. He says
And then I'm
friendly
like,
in a way
how
that
friendly?
friendly would be a strong word. And he looks to the other two rats for help, who are no help whatsoever. Lord Sassafras comes over and he puts a paw on Jitter's back just for a second, like maybe we can good cop, bad cop this.
And if that's the feeling that I get from him, I'll
Yeah.
give him kind of like a non-verbal agreement to yes, I'm more than happy to accept some help in this.
My my little rat friend. We can be friends, can't we? What is your name? What's his name?
Arnold.
Yes.
Oh no.
Garnold.
What was it, Arnold?
I said Arnold. I don't know what Justin said.
Oh,
Justin said Gus, and I said
I said
Garnold
Gus. Garnold?
because I tried to combine
Yeah,
Gus and Arnold.
Arnold.
Garnold. Okay, his name is Garnold. Hey, my name is Garnold. You can call me Gar,
Arnold.
says Gar. Uh, Gar, my friend. As you can see, my friend Jitters here has he's anxious, yeah, of course, to find out what has happened. You must forgive his forthright approach.
I'm gonna kind of give Lord Sassafras a look, just to kind of like I'm now gonna play up the good cop, bad cop a little bit, and I'm just gonna look at the rat and be like, because I'm tired of being played here.
You see Lord Sassafras smile at you ever so slightly under his whiskers. If you weren't looking right at him, you may have missed it. Gar says, I, okay, See, the raccoon mafia, they have their own thing going on, and I mean, Queen Victoria has her own thing going on, and they mutually kind of try and stay out of each other's way. They don't. Sometimes they have common interests, and he looks around the clearing as if it may involve part of their common interests, but for the most part, they kind of stay out of each other's way because they can all get more done that way. And he's looking at both of you back and forth like, is that the right answer? Oh God, please let
I'm
that be
going to
the right
immediately
answer.
start looking around. He kind of gave me an, oh shit, there's someone else here.
Mm.
Can I quickly inspect? I want to um, look around to make sure that I'm specifically looking for members of the raccoon mafia that might be in the clearing or
Roll your
signs.
senses. And anybody who wants to can roll their senses or instinct and let me know what they've got and what they're
Shoot.
looking for.
No, I have a 62 and I rolled an 88.
I'm gonna roll as well. You said senses or instinct.
And then let me know what you're looking for.
I once again rolled a 60.
Hmm.
I don't know how I've done this. I swear I'm not making this up.
I got a 50 out of 70 for senses.
Okay. So I'm sorry, Jitters, was that a success?
No, it was not.
Okay, you are kind of leaning into this blind fury, and you're not quite sure what you're looking for. You don't notice any raccoons. Princess Snowball, you don't notice any raccoons, but this is starting to gather an audience. Perhaps some other cats. There might be some birds in the trees. Uh, for Kirsch, you notice that there are definitely other cats. You recognize the two cats that you passed on the way here. They're in the crowd, sitting in the back, sort of watching the show. There are some other cats that you kind of recognize that you may have seen on the streets. And from a little rustle behind you that feels familiar, you're pretty sure that the squirrels are also keeping tabs because they deal in secrets.
So squirrels, cats, and what was the other one?
Um, Squirrels, cats, you don't see any raccoons.
Okay. Got it. Um,
Lord Sassafras, maybe we should go someplace a little bit more private.
He looks around. He says, we could move over to the hedges.
Lead the way.
He exits the clearing and walks into the area that's bordered by the two hedges. You've been here before when you guys wanted to speak privately. As you leave the clearing, Jacques comes up and sits up on the log, almost like he's, I'll wait here and hold down the fort.
Yeah. Jacques,
Uh,
keep guard.
yes,
Let us know if anything happens. We're trusting you.
absolutely. Absolutely, sir. And he gives you a little cat salute.
Aw. What does a cat salute look like exactly?
He lifts up his tiny paw and puts it over his eye and kind of, burp. Do you take your rats with you?
Oh, yes.
Okay. And all of you go into the hedged area?
before I go into the hedged area, I want to try to go up to one of the trees and start doing my very bad squirrel accent.
Sure.
That's just offensive, Kay.
What would you like to say to the squirrels?
I'm just trying to get one of their attentions. I don't know if she's
A
trying.
small nose and two little eyes peer out of from behind a leaf, and you can see it, and it's looking at you questioningly.
Hi. Can you do me a favor?
It pauses for a moment and then nods very, very quickly.
Um, can you find out if there are any raccoons around? Like where the nearest raccoon would be?
Phoom, disappears in the tree. You hear raccoons, raccoons, raccoons. It comes back on the breeze. In their lair, in their lair, in their lair. The
Hmm.
small face comes out and almost looking around like maybe this little squirrel is not supposed to be doing this and shouts down the best that it can. In their lair, in the gutters, they're in the gutters.
Okay. Thank you.
You're you're welcome. And it disappears.
And then I follow everybody else.
Okay. In the area between the two hedges, Lord Sassafras has stopped and sat and is waiting for everyone to come in with their rats. We are alone here.
Excellent. All right. So here's the thing. Right now, I'm a little bit more worried about what's going on with our coyote friends. As of right now, these little ones don't have much use.
They all go,
So, unless there's something else you'd like to tell us.
we're very, very useful.
Oh,
We get things done, says the
ah,
one in Kirsch's paw.
okay. Well, maybe you'll have a chance to prove how well you can get things done later. I'm gonna like kind of gesture for everyone to come over here and be like, cover the ears of your guys' rats.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna, as soon as like everyone does kind of get close and we do kind of cover the rat's ears, I'm gonna be like, okay, guys, I don't really know in which direction to take this right now. Um, I don't know what other questions to ask, and
You seemed
this
like you
whole
knew what
bag.
you were doing.
Oh, good. At least someone. At least that's the aura I was portraying. Because this isn't really my real demeanor, and
Oh.
I'm kind of. I'm kind of out of bad cop steam, so to speak.
Do you need help?
Yes, please.
All right, what's up? And I hold the one that in my hand up, like above my mouth.
Oh.
Like I
Oh
just
no.
His little feet start to paddle. Ah!
And
One
I'll
hand
even
that I
add up,
didn't
going,
remember
"Oh
it.
my gosh!" I'm gonna ham it up a little bit, going like, "Even I wasn't this bad."
Kirsch is panicking a little. She doesn't know where the act ends and begins and any of
Poor
it.
Kirsch.
Like, wait, what?
I'm gonna dip them just a little bit lower.
Ah, ah.
Someone get a
You better
second.
talk, friend.
What do you want? What do you want?
What do we want?
That's what I was asking you guys.
Sure,
You,
I can do
you
the
want
direction, but you
something?
gotta ask the questions.
Just for a moment, Snuffles pokes his head through the hedge. Everything okay in here?
Oh, I kind of just like realized. Oh yeah, yeah, buddy, come on in.
Oh, I
Um,
mean, I was hanging out with Jacques. Do you want me to? I could stay with Jacques, or I could come in here or do whatever you want.
hey, buddy, your help is. You're always welcome, dude. I mean, you're definitely a part of the group. So we're kind of at a loss for what to do here. So we're starting to think, if these guys can't help us, I'm going to kind of give him a little bit of a wink.
Okay.
Then we haven't eaten for a while, so it might be good for like a little bit of a snack. I mean, unless you have any good questions to ask him.
He nods. He's with you. You guys have again. You've done this before. He walks up to you, kind of slow, purposefully. I don't know, man. Rat snack. It tends to get stuck in my teeth. And when he says teeth, all of his teeth show. Lord Sassafras says, "Oh yes, oh, rat snack can be disturbing. he goes up to the one jitters that you have in your hand and he says, "Perhaps our rat friends are good at delivering messages." Oh yes, we're very good at delivering messages. Just ask Queen Victoria.
Ah,
Very good, my little friends. Who would we like, and he looks to the rest of the group, who would we like to send a message to, and what would we like to say?
um, well, we only really need one to send a message. We can keep the others for insurance.
So I can eat this one?
Is that what
Really?
insurance means?
I'm going to look at Kirsch and kind of give her kind of like, don't worry, kind of like a wink. I guess a wink, a wink can say so many things.
It sure can.
Kirsha's not very smart.
Oh yeah, and once again, this is Kirsch who doesn't understand. She's never had to deal with the whole cloak and dagger stuff. uh, um. Well, how about we've got the brains here. We got Gar. We've got the muscle, and I'm going to look over at the other one. What is it that you are special in?
Uh, uh, Me? He says,
Yes.
I, I'm good at getting in and out of things, if you know what I mean.
Ah, all right. Then I think you should be the one who can quickly get a message to Queen Victoria.
He sort of shrinks inside himself a little bit. Okay.
Tell her that we're on to her little plans, and that if she doesn't want to be an outcast for the rest of her life, she might want to rethink her allegiances to the society. Tell her that she helps us, or she's going to have to. The raccoons are going to be her only friends.
He looks a little confused. He says, "Okay. I mean, I could do that."
Excellent. Now, we are going to keep your other two buddies here for insurance to make sure that you will return and tell us some more information that Queen Victoria gives you. Do you
Okay.
understand?
He
Oh,
nods.
all right. I'm going to look over at Lord Sassafras and kind of see if he gives me a nod or.
He kind of shrugs, like, let's see what happens.
All right, let him loose. Who has that
Um,
rat?
that would be Kirsch, I think.
So I'll be like, Kirsch, you
Mm-hmm.
can let him go.
Oh, okay. And I lift my pot.
He disappears so fast. You get the feeling he's the fast one.
Hmm.
He is gone. So now you're between
So to
the
confirm, you want me
hedges.
to eat this one? I'm still
Oh,
holding him. Like dangling
um,
above my mouth.
I don't know.
Lord
That's
Ugh.
Sassafras walks up to you and says, "I, my friend, don't know if it's a good idea to eat all of your assets. If you think he is no longer an asset, I suppose."
Mm, let's hold on to them. Let's see if there's any way that we can keep them locked up. Do we have any kind of box or anything to put them in? Why they're rats. They can chew through just about anything.
We can look underneath the log, or perhaps ask some of our members of the community if they have resources.
Oh, I keep on forgetting that we have other members of a community. That's right. I'm so used to doing things either just with our group or um, with just me and Snuffles, right, buddy?
I mean, dude, we've been there and back, man.
Yeah. All right. Um, let's see if the community can help.
Do you go back through the hedge?
Yes.
You go back through the hedge and you see Jacques sitting on top of the log, trying to look very official and important. He's kind of making it. You notice there are cats milling around on the outskirts of the clearing.
All right. Hey, everyone here. Um, we need some assistance. Um, I need to keep these two rats somewhere locked up and safe until they are needed again.
Can we
Would
not put them under the
anyone?
log?
Well, we do have stuff on. Unfortunately, we do have stuff under the log that one we don't want them to get into,
Mm.
and two we need to keep locked up anyways.
Hmm.
So, any kind of cage, a
Jar.
can a jar that we can maybe puncture some holes in so they don't suffocate.
Two cats come into the clearing. They're the ones that you passed on the way here. Princess Snowball, roll your senses.
Oh boy. I have a 55 and I got a 23.
These are the two cats that you saw last time that you wanted to talk to, but they disappeared before you had a chance to get up to them.
Mm.
They're two slightly older cats.
Yeah.
Um,
Can you remember
they
what I asked them?
You never got to them. They disappeared.
Oh, that's right. Shoot.
They come into the clearing. We we could hide them at our house, says one of the cats.
Mm.
Can I roll instinct to see if I want to trust them?
Yeah,
Sure.
same here.
Well, this time I got a 51, which is still under my 60.
Nope, I have a 70 and I rolled a 74.
So Jitters, you're thinking, help is help. That's awesome. Princess Snowball, they seem like they want to help, but they probably have their own agenda as well.
No, thank you. I appreciate the effort, but I don't. I'm sure your owners wouldn't appreciate finding rats, and you know how humans can get when we bring rats home.
Our humans wouldn't care, says the first cat. The second cat says, I mean, we bring home little presents all the time. They let us play with them. It's fine.
I want to try to make eye contact with Jitters and just give him a look.
Okay.
A look that says, don't trust them.
Yeah.
Um, Lord Sassafras, do you know, seeing how we are relatively new, we do not know these cats. Do you know them?
Esther, Lester, it is so good to see you. It's been a while since you've attended any of the clearing meetings.
Esther and Lester.
I love it.
Did you just decide that, or has that been decided?
It's we'll talk about it.
I have questions, Anne.
The two cats step forward. Lord Sassafras, I mean, we've been around, you know. Um, yeah, we've been, keeping an ear, out, in case anybody needs any help. And you guys just ask for help, and you know,
Well,
we can hold them at our house.
Here you are.
how about this then? Knowing, we are also not, we're not just looking for help. We're also looking to rebuild the Cat Council. and I want to see if we give a responsibility to someone and they come through successfully, they will be greatly rewarded.
Lord Sassafras is sort of taken aback by that a little bit. Like, okay, Jitters is now making promises. Cool. Um, Esther
Unless
and
you
Lester,
and then I'm
they
gonna if I do I catch that kind of that reaction?
sure, yeah.
Um, unless Lord Sassafras, you have a better idea on how to make people or make friends a little bit more reliable.
Esther and Lester have been part of this community for many years since before me. I have always found them to be reliable felines.
All right, our options are a little short at the moment. Snowball, Princess, what do you think?
Did you just say snowball twice?
Yep.
No, I instead of saying Princess Snowball, I said Snowball Princess.
Yep. Sure did.
Okay,
I'm a little
just
I'm a
confirming.
little stressed out, and my dyslexia is kicking in. Okay.
Got it.
Um, Princess Snowball has just been like licking her fur, and she looks up and she's like, "What? You called my name twice?"
Oh, I mean, unless you are going by Snowball now, just Snowball, then
Who?
yeah, I guess. Ah, see, that's why I said your name in reverse. But anyways, Lester and Jester, Mako Rocco, whatever your names were,
The female cat steps
Esther.
forward. That's Esther, darling.
Esther and Lester.
You called her Chester.
I'm so
I think
stressed out at the moment.
you just got Princess Snowball's name wrong too, as well. So now Esther and Lester are looking at each other like maybe this cat's not okay.
Aw.
They start to back up a little bit.
If you can keep them safe, it would be highly appreciated. Thank you. Who said that? Who did that?
Princess Snowball just squeaks.
Then what is a better idea? And at this point, you can kind of start to tell that Jitters is because normally he has kind of like a lazy eye. Normally it's just, okay, that's kind of how the structure of his face is, but you're starting to see it twitch. You're starting to see it twitch a lot because he is starting to run out of ideas. And this is the first time that he's like,
Maybe.
it's like he's starting to seem like it
Uh,
feels like the weight of the world is now kind of on his shoulders. And he's like desperately looking for help.
it's
Maybe.
break time. We need to take a quick break before we decide.
Maybe we should just keep them with us. Why can't we do that?
Okay. Okay, fine. Esther, Lester, thank you so much for your offer. And maybe we'll take it up in a little bit because
After the break.
after our little break. Good idea, Kirsch.
Esther and Lester again look at each other, they look back to you, and they say, Esther says, "Okay, honey, you know where we live." Lester says, "We'll be there if you want our help. Good luck with that." And they turn around and leave.
Thank you.
Listen, something tells me that we should not trust those cats with these rats.
Why?
Something tells me. I rolled a
Did-
certain number and a voice in my head.
Do you know them?
I kind of, sort of, tried to meet them earlier and they ran off from me, but I don't know. I just get a bad sense.
Lord
Okay.
Sassafras injects himself into this circle as, like somebody injecting themselves into a huddle that they really don't belong in or weren't invited to. My friends, are we talking about the old cats, Esther and Lester? They have been here longer than I have. Cats have grown up with them in the neighborhood since they were kittens.
Yeah,
They've always been here. They are a fixture of the community.
yeah.
Uh,
No offense, but your voice, your opinion does not exactly reassure me in this matter.
he
So
looks
anyway,
at you dead in the eyes. I see. And he backs out.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well, I am just really curious on what's going down with the coyotes at the moment. As soon as we can get that piece settled
well,
and the coyotes paid off, then I think I'm going to be a lot less stressed out.
we
So,
gave the squirrels their tool.
yes, but I want to go and check things out. How about this?
Well, why? The whole point of us giving the squirrels the tool was that we did not have to go check things out. So why would we then decide to still risk our lives by checking things out? I don't
Okay,
understand this
fine.
logic.
Um, I guess when you're waiting for news of something and you're just sitting here and you're just waiting, you tend to start to freak out a little bit, going, "Oh my gosh, what happened? What's going on? What are things?"
Hirsch, can
I
you
that's
talk to the squirrels? You talk to the squirrels, right? I saw you whispering to them.
What do you want me to ask them?
Well, they're a lot faster than us. Can one of them, I don't know, hop on over, hop on back, let us know the scoop? What's the update?
Oh, okay. So she goes up to one of the trees and starts making really bad squirrel sounds again.
A squirrel pokes their nose out of the leaves, looks at you, and runs down in a spiral, runs right up to your feet, and is looking at you expectantly.
Hello. Is can you see how Dirt Cat is doing?
She's looking at you expectantly, but also sideways glancing at the rat in your paws.
Oh, do you know him?
She shakes her head no.
um can I come up to the squirrel and to Kirsch,
Hmm.
and I'm going to try to talk in my see if I've picked up the squirrel accent of a little bit and be like, um, "So, what's the word from the group that you sent?"
The the image of the cats that she's engaging with, holding another rodent, um, is definitely disturbing to her. She
Oh.
nods and runs back up the tree, and you hear dirt cat, dirt cat, dirt cat, dirt cat, dirt cat.
While we're waiting for a response, how big is Jox compared to the squirrel? Or
How big
compared to a
is
rat, sorry.
how big is Jacques compared to the rat? They're
Yeah.
about the same size.
Oh, never mind.
He's maybe a little bigger.
I was gonna ask if he could watch it, but if they're the same size, that
Hey,
might not actually
Lord
matter.
Sassafras sees
Lord
you
Sesper,
looking around, and he comes up behind Kirsch and puts one paw on her shoulders.
No.
Oh, my dear, I could take care of that for you if you'd like.
because I
Ah.
still have my.
Mm.
What we said was it? Kirsch doesn't have a rat. It's
Oh, yeah,
princess,
she let
Oh,
her rat
right. I
go.
did let my rat go.
princess, and I have one, and I'll be like, Lord Sassafras, do we have any string? Maybe we can just tie these guys up and then yeah, tie these guys up.
He thinks for a moment. You know, I actually think this may be appropriate. He walks over to the log. Jacques, seeing this, he knows what he's supposed to do. He jumps off. They push the log back. Lord Sassafras goes in, picks up Jade's collar, comes
Oh.
back, and he puts it on the ground. He opens it with his teeth and his paws and holds it out as if to say, go ahead and put the two rats in here.
Ah, so I'll
Kirsch
go over to
frowns.
Princess Snowball. I'll put like the two rats back to back
Mm-hmm.
and have between me, Princess Snowball, Snuffles, and Lord Sassafras, we're going to kind of like buckle them together and then tighten it so they are like one wouldn't be able to like run away without being able
Mm-hmm.
to have the other one on their back. Kind of, it would greatly impede them.
Princess Snowball, do you help?
Sure.
Both of you roll your paws, as will Snuffles.
Oh,
Oh, good. 12.
Okay.
74. I was of no help.
Standing nearby and managing and being a supervisor successfully, Snuffles actually rolled really, really low. So between Jitters and Snuffles, you managed to get the collar around the two rats. And as you pull it in and pull the notch, you hear both of them go oof as it's tightly and firmly around their middles.
Wow, nice job. We really did that.
Hey, hey, pretty impressive without any opposable thumbs.
You and your friend, both of you together, you make a good team.
Excellent. All
The
right.
squirrel is still sitting there next to Kirsch.
Oh,
Uh,
hello.
Um, oh, she just appears because you asked a question. So she's suddenly there.
Oh, okay. Hi.
Uh,
Did you find out?
um, ambush,
What?
ambush.
Oh no. Dirt
I
cat.
knew it.
No, 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 says the squirrel and goes up the tree. And you
No.
hear going out, who? And it comes back, Barbara, Barbara, Barbara. She comes running back down the tree. Um, ambush to to Little Pack.
The
Oh,
little
wait. Okay,
pal.
so um um things good as in did the plan go good?
Going well.
Oh, thank God.
Hmm.
Going as expected.
Oh, good. Okay. So that now do we need to take the sausage to her or is she going to come here to collect her reward? Does anyone know? Did we make that deal?
I don't remember.
I don't
I
know either.
believe we agreed to deliver the sausage. We could take it now.
Excellent. I think that's great. Let's do that. Let's grab the sausage, deliver it to Barbara. Let's have someone behind, in the far back of the group, carrying the rats. So just so we can keep an eye on them, and let's go and do that. I need to be doing something.
Snuffles walks up to the two rats in Jade's collar, shines his teeth at them, and says, "Yeah, man, I got this." And he
Thanks,
picks it up
buddy.
by the side of it, and he's carrying the loop of the collar in his mouth, and the two little rats are dangling. They're definitely not resisting. They've kind of figured out at this point if they just sort of play it out, maybe it'll be okay.
All right, let's go. Let's go pay off our hitman, so to speak.
Jacques, do you have this? And Jacques pounces back up onto the log. Oh, yes, Lord Sassafras. I will be right here holding down the clearing.
Good
Hmm.
man. Good man, Jock.
Oh, his little cat chest puffs up just a little bit. Woo. He definitely feels proud of
Excellent.
himself. So you have, I believe it was a line of 8 sausages to carry,
I
and they're small. They're about 2 inches, and they're the hot
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah, well, I know
Lord
we had
Sassafras says someone must carry the sausage.
I'll do it. I got it. And here, just so we have this, how about we have a rank and file? We'll have Snuffles in the back with the rats. We'll have Lord Sassafras and Princess Snowball, and then me, and then Kirsch behind me. How does that sound for marching orders?
Oh, okay.
Excellent. Just
It's
in
cool by
case we
me.
do get jumped, we don't. It'll be more difficult for them to grab the sausage because I don't know I don't want to find out what would happen if we came without any payment for Barbara. All right, let's let's roll out.
So let me just to put it in my mind, just the order one more time.
Lord Sassafras,
Mm-hmm.
Princess Snowball,
Mm-hmm.
me with the sausage,
Mm-hmm.
and then behind me is Kirsch and Snuffles.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm second. Why am I second?
Because
Because there's only so many
Barbara,
cats.
well, one, Barbara has
You're
dealt
kind of
with Lord,
third.
unless you want to be the one that's in charge of
No,
talking
I do
to
not want
the
to be.
killer.
I want to be further back. Listen. Normally, Princess Snowball thinks she's number one, but she knows that we're headed into danger. She does not want to be near the front today.
Mm.
If you wish to switch with Kirsch and Kirsch is okay with it,
No, I
that's
don't want to put
fine.
Kirsten in the front either.
And we Snuffles has the rats, and I want them in the back. So
Fine, I'll just keep Lord Sassafras in the front.
sounds like
Oh,
a
the
great idea,
pleasure
Prince.
is all mine, he says.
I'm going to chuckle a little bit when he says that.
Good, it should be.
You head off down the street. In order to get back to Barbara's lair, you do have to go through the fancy neighborhood and then up the path behind the fancy neighborhood to the walking path. In order to do that, you do have to pass Queen Victoria's house.
All right. Everyone, stealthily. Let's go as stealthily as possible.
Everyone roll your pounce.
Okay. Oh shit.
Yay. I got a 13 out of 80.
I got
Kirsch is really good at this.
I got a 15 out of 55.
Snowball does not want to be seen.
I do.
I got a 94.
Oh no. It's the
Oh no.
sausage.
It's the sausage.
The
Um,
stress is finally getting to me.
Snuffles and Lord Sassafras actually both rolled a 4. So they're doing very well.
Oh.
But as you're walking through the street, the smell, the scent of this amazing sausage begins to waft through the neighborhood. You make it most of the way through the fancy neighborhood. You're just about to pass Queen Victoria Street. You see her, Queen Victoria, sitting on her front lawn, patiently, quietly waiting.
Okay, so if we've come up to the approach,
Hmm.
um, when we're coming up before we hit her house, and we're seeing it, I'm going to be like, all right, when we get a little bit closer, I just want everyone to bolt past her house. Is everyone okay with this?
Oh, okay.
Sure, dude.
I just want to get
He
past
says with rats in his mouth.
I just want to get past her house, deliver the sausage because I have a feeling that she's probably going to have a nasty little surprise for us. And if she doesn't, then we get past the uncomfortable part of this journey quicker. Is everyone ready?
Oh,
Sure, dude.
okay.
All right, all right. And then as soon as we get like um maybe the next door house, halfway through the next door neighbor's yard, I'm going to say go, and we're just going to bolt past her house in a
Mhm.
sprint to until we get to the hill, or like
The
out of the
path.
fancy neighborhood. Yeah, until we get to the path.
Everyone roll your pounce.
Son of.
Oh no.
Ooh, okay, that's good.
I got a 26 out of 80.
I got a
Awesome.
49 out of 60.
Okay.
Princess Snowball tripped on her own 2 feet with a 91.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, Snuffles did the same. He rolled
Oh crap.
80 something. Lord Sassafras got a 20. Uh, as you're about to bolt past Queen Victoria's house, the two rats in Snuffles' mouth, as they see the home of their not owner. I don't know, what is she to them? Their matron. I don't know. As they see
Mistress
that
is
mistress.
what they
Thank you. That was
refer.
the word I was looking for. My goodness. K to the rescue. Their mistress is totally the word I was looking for. Approaching, they start to fight against Snuffles' grasp, and they fall out of his mouth. He loses grasp of the collar, and they fall out of his mouth pretty close to the front of her house.
Oh no.
She's just been sitting there patiently. She takes a couple steps up to the edge of the lawn and she says, "Oh, so good of you to return my things to me."
Well, if I hear that, can I just mutter, "Hey, anytime"?
Sure.
Make it so it looks a little deliberate.
Roll your purr.
Oh, my strongest suit. My strongest. No, that's a 94.
Oh no.
She laughs at you a little bit. Of course, darling. You haven't fooled her at all.
No, I
Of
didn't think I
course,
would.
darling. Um, good luck. She walks over to where the rats are. She doesn't undo them. She picks them up daintily with her paw and drags them up the driveway into her house. She's not gentle or nice or kind about it at all. She's
Hmm.
dragging them up the
How
driveway.
far is she?
If you're in the middle of the street, she was at the edge of the lawn, so 5 or so feet away from you.
Can I run after?
Sure.
I want to try to grab the rats from her. I know that Kirsch is not the strongest, but she just wants to try, and she doesn't like that Victoria's being mean.
Roll your paw.
Um, I got a 44 out of 55.
You do manage to run up to her, and what does that look like? How are you taking it away from her?
I'm gonna try to grab the rats by the collar that's around them and try to tug them
Mm-hmm.
away from her with a really strong tug.
You tug them away from her. They come flying out of her hand. She was not expecting that at all. They kind of roll thump, 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 down the edge of the lawn. She whips around to you. "Excuse me, dear."
I want to grab them and run.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So that's going to be a pounce and a paw. That's going to
A
be a
pounce
combo
and
move.
paw? Okay.
Hmm. You
Aw.
have to get to them. They are rolling down the lawn, and
Do I have to say
you
which
have to
one's
paw grab
first, or
them.
do I just kind of roll it twice and see?
Uh, I can't see you, so go ahead. I don't know.
So the first one was 35,
Mm-hmm.
and the second one was 53, and my pounce. So my paw is 55, and my pounce is 80. So I think I
You make
cleared
it.
both.
Yes.
Yay!
So what does that look like as you
Cheers to the
grab
rescue.
the what does that look like as you grab the rats that are rolling
So
down the
Kirsch is
lawn?
not very strong, like I mentioned, but she's just trying really, really hard. So she's just like tugging them and kind of like flinging them and then running after them and then tugging them and then flinging them down towards them. And it's just this constant like push down the driveway.
Sure, and you grab them and you get back to your group. Uh, Queen Victoria comes to the edge of the lawn and she says, "If you like, darling, all you had to do was ask."
Liar.
Wow.
And she just keeps running.
She watches you go down the street. She doesn't try to stop you. She says quietly, "They have no idea what they're in for." And she walks back up the driveway to her house. Yeah, so you guys make it to the path that goes up to the rocks where the lair is. It's dark. There's no more lights, city lights past this point. There's a little bit of sort of light spillage from the neighborhood, but it is quite dark. Lord Sassafras takes a step into the front of the group. "Follow me. I know the way." It
Real
doesn't
quick,
take. Yes.
did we did is it only Kirsch that heard um Queen Victoria say that?
She said it as she was watching you guys run down the street. That was just a mild bit of metagaming.
Hmm.
So we did hear the you have no idea what you're in for.
Roll your senses.
I'm gonna say Kirsch
36.
is too preoccupied.
36, you heard her mutter something, and it wasn't kind.
Okay, can I call a halt to the group?
What? What? What?
Guys, so
I will say that you can as you reach the edge of the path.
as I don't like the fact that Queen Victoria was kind of grinning ear to ear when we were heading up this way. It's almost like she knows that we're going into a trap. And wait a second, Kirsch, when did you get the rats?
Just now?
Excellent.
The
Princess, here,
rats are
hold on.
looking a little beat up. They're looking a little bruised. They're looking a little dazed.
Sorry.
No, no, that's excellent. Princess, hold these, and I give her the sausages,
Ah!
and I'm gonna go over to the rats, and I'm gonna be like, um, time to play a little bit more bad cop. Um, and I'll be like, what does she have planned?
What? They've definitely been beat around a little bit. They're a little dazed.
I'm
Huh?
gonna I'm gonna give
What?
them like a little bit of like
Ugh.
a little bit of a smack smack
Ugh.
to kind
That
of
makes
wake
it
them up.
worse.
Uh,
It's worse.
They were already
Fine, then
beat up a lot.
Queen Victoria was eager to see us come this way. What does she know? What does she know that we don't? What do the coyotes have planned for us?
What? She We never got back to her. I don't We didn't tell her anything. We never got back.
Is she planning
What?
something?
No, I don't. What? She doesn't tell us,
All
says
right.
Gar.
Is there anyone she does tell stuff?
She used to she used to confide in Anthony,
Hmm.
but I mean, he's not around.
All right, guys. We may need a quick escape. Um, because this might be. I'm always thinking everything's a trap. Um,
What if she's
so
lying?
that is a possibility. She might be doing this to get us, on edge. So we
Lord
need to be.
Sassafras steps up. My friends, Queen Victoria is, well, the queen of the mind game. I believe, Jitters, your first instinct on that might be correct. Her
Hmm,
power is her influence over others.
all right.
She is definitely playing games with us in that way, if you were to ask me.
I'm always helpful. I'm always accepting of advice, and yeah. Okay. Um. So we may be going into a trap. We may not be going into a trap. So how about this? Um. Me with the sausage. Um. And 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 Lord Sassafras. And does anyone want to come? I want three other cats to stay behind to cause a distraction. If you hear us say broomsticks, Snuffles, we need you guys to cause a distraction so we can drop off the sausages and get out of there. And if we're um and if we're doing that, we're gonna run like hell out of here. All right?
Hey,
But
hey, man.
what?
He looks down at the rats. This is we kind of have a distraction
Oh,
right here.
I like it. Okay, so you'll know when to let go of the distraction when I say broomsticks. Um, so it will be me and Lord Sassafras delivering the sausages. If the four of you want to stay behind, so there's a better chance of us getting out, I think that's a good idea. But they don't know that all of us are here, so let's keep it that way. I want you guys to stay a few yards back, just so you guys could hear what's going on. All right, and if we walk out of there, fine, we're good. And if not, you hear me say broomsticks, cause a distraction, and we're running like hell. Sounds good?
Yeah, man, I'll stay here with Kirsch and Princess Snowball. But yeah, I'll stay here.
Okay.
Excellent. All right. Lord Sassafras, are you ready?
Absolutely, my friend. I know the way.
Good. I grab, I'll take that, and I'll take the sausages, and I'll follow Lord Sassafras to the way.
He's more than glad to let you take the sausages and do the, as it is, heavy lifting. He takes you up the back path just as you disappear around the corner. In the night air, you all hear at a distance coming from the direction of the dam and under the bridge. You hear some coyote howling. You hear three distinct, strong, what you assume are adult coyote howl voices. You hear a coyote howl answer back at a slightly greater distance, and then the quick and panicked yelping of three smaller coyote voices.
All right. Let's go and deliver
Everyone,
this and get out
yeah,
of here.
everyone roll your instinct. Let's see how you feel about hearing it go down.
Oh, cool. I got a 17, and I have 70 instinct.
I
I got
have
a
a
90.
Oh wow.
I
What
got
are
a
those?
70 out of 42.
I should do Snuffles. He's good. He got a 50. Jitters, you are very focused on the task. It also appears that Lord Sassafras is super focused on the task. You guys knew this was going to happen. So it's chilling, but chillingly reassuring. Snuffles does well. Unfortunately, Kirsch, you've never heard anything as horrible as this. And Princess Snowball, you know exactly what it is, but it's horrifying.
Hmm.
Cute.
You can, Jitters, you continue to follow Lord Sassafras?
Yes, I do.
You very easily make it to the outcropping where the lair is. It is very dark there. The shadows from which you saw the coyotes pop out of before are even longer. Um, Lord Sassafras walks up to the front of the clearing and nods at you to drop your sausage at the edge of the shadow.
I drop it right where he tells me to.
He backs up and looks at you like, back up, back up, back up. And he backs you up almost
I'm
all the
backing
way
up.
to the other edge of the pathway. In just a few minutes, you hear, and the large male coyote that you saw the first time that greeted you comes out of the
Hmm.
shadow, and he sniffs along the line of the sausage and keeps his eye on both of you. He picks it up in his mouth, growls at you, and slinks backwards into the shadow. I think, my friend, we should make our exit.
Are you sure that wasn't Barbara?
That wasn't Barbara, but that is Barbara's main coyote, as it were.
Oh, her mate. Okay. Sounds good. And plus, yeah, I'm pretty sure that sausage has a very distinct smell and odor to where it'd be like, why do you smell like that? Okay, let's go.
Yeah, it probably smells a lot like cat. Uh, you begin to make your way back down. As you do, you hear more coyote howling and more coyote screams. It sounds a little closer now because of where you are up on the hill, and the coyote that took the sausage from you answers. Oh, very loudly. When he does that, you hear a very strong coyote howl back at him in the exact same pattern, and you get the impression that your treaty negotiation has been accepted.
Ah, excellent. Okay, let's get the heck. I want to go home. I really want to go home.
As you make your way back down in the dark, you hear the most awful coyote screams. The howling has stopped, and now there's just screaming. You meet up with the rest of the group, so now all of you are together at the base of the path.
All right. Well, we have delivered our end of the bargain. I want to go home and I want to take a nap, a really long nap, and maybe see if I can find something something relaxing to eat, and just kind of forget that this day happened. How about you guys? What do you guys think?
Yeah, yeah. I'm on board. Let's
Excellent.
go.
All right, out of here. And I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna I'm gonna like go.
Snuffles picks up the rats in his teeth. He's like, "Are you still holding on to these?"
Yeah, yeah, they might come in handy later.
Okay. You go down the street, back down the fancy neighborhood. This time, when you pass Queen Victoria's house, you see Queen Victoria in the window of her house, and she's sitting in the picture window with her two paws crossed and her head on top of her paws, and she's just watching you go by.
Hey guys, actually, Snuffle. Do you guys really think we need the rats? You know what? No, Kirsch, you worked too hard to get these. We're keeping them. Let's go.
Yeah.
You come out of the fancy neighborhood, back down the park path, and into the clearing. As you enter the clearing, the first thing you see is Jacques sitting on top of the log.
Oh no, Jacques. Can I kind of like pick up the pace and go up to Jacques? Jacques, what's wrong?
He takes a little shaky paw and points to the ground in front of him. On the ground in front of him is a large coyote tail and two smaller, fresh coyote tails. And that is Purple Inn for tonight.
What the hell?
Okay.
Proof that they have fulfilled their end of the bargain.
Thank you for listening to Chapter 11 of the 9 Trials, Before the Next Moon. If you're enjoying the story, consider supporting the podcast by becoming a Patreon member. You can earn an Inkborn.Studio sticker, get exclusive content, or have an upcoming character named after you. Until next time, friends, take care of the counsel you keep.